Hello crafty friends, welcome to my craft room. In today's video I'm going to be following this sketch to make a best wishes card for you. To start the process I took dried marigold distress oxide and blended it as flat as can be on a piece of smooth white cardstock. As I said in one of my earlier videos this month, a good way to ensure a nice flat even blend is to use a juicy ink pad. So if your ink pads are getting a bit dry, think about buying a re-inker to re-ink them with. Once I was done with the panel, I took an embossing folder with a fern design on it and inked up my brayer with speckled egg distress oxide. I then brayered this onto the raised fern pattern side of my embossing folder, so that when I put my cardstock inside and ran it through my die cutting machine, the ferns would be indented into the paper and they would be speckled egg colour. The speckled egg's a bit difficult to see here on camera, but hopefully you'll be able to see it in the close-up photos at the end. Next, I die cut a stitched rectangle panel from my orange ferny piece, and then I took this panel, popped it in my trimmer and chopped about 3 centimetres off of the left hand side because I wanted to have a panel of this orange ferny paper running down the left hand side of my card panel. So here I am just using tape runner to stick that bit of orange card onto another stitched rectangle panel, this time made from white cardstock. To create the band to the right hand side of the orange panel, I blended some speckled egg again onto smooth white card and then cut some stitch strips with dye. I then glued this onto my card front using high tack glue, but I cut it before I glued it because I wanted to have the stitched ends in line with the stitching on the white panel. So I put the bottom bit on first, making sure the stitching on the narrow edge met up with the stitching on the stitched white panel. I then took the shorter bit, the bit that went at the top, and made sure the stitching at the thin end lined up with the stitching on the top of the stitched white panel. Again, you'll hopefully be able to see this detail in the photographs at the end. I snipped off the excess in the middle and I wasn't bothered about the join looking ugly because I knew I was going to cover it up. For my focal point, I decided to stick with the fern motif and I die cut a fern out of smooth white card. I then coloured it with tea dye, distress oxide. I don't have an ink pad for this, I just had the re-inker, so I put a spot on my mat and picked it up with a sponge dauber and sponged it on. And I did the same with aged mahogany. Again, I just used the re-inker for this and I splodged it on, trying to make it look artistic, maybe a bit darker at the bottom and lighter at the top, just to give a bit of variation and interest. To bring in a bit of shimmer and shine, I used gold gilding wax, which I buffed off with a microfiber cloth. Next, I put my card panel on my card blank using tape runner. To stick my fern down to my card, I used high tack glue and my adapted basting brush applicator. I stuck the fern onto another fern that I'd cut from smooth white card, offsetting it slightly so the white one peeked out from behind the coloured fern. And this just adds another layer of interest and depth. I then added some more glue and pressed it down onto my card blank, making sure that I covered over the ugly join in my speckled egg strip. For my sentiment, I chose a Best Wishes, which has a mixture of fonts that I particularly enjoy. I decided to do that in dried marigold. I did think about black, but I didn't want to bring in any other colour. I want the darkness of the fern to be the attention-grabbing part. I did want to add some little dots though, so I coloured a piece of card with speckled egg again and die cut out lots of little circles in various sizes. I then added these with matte gel medium, scattering them around the fern in a diagonal. And that draws the eye from the bottom left up through the fern, up through the sentiment to the top of the card. To give my little dots a bit of gloss and dimension, I covered them in Nouveau Crystal Glaze, and that was this card done. I do hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you some ideas that you can use in your own card making. If it has, do let me know in the comments, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more and ring that notification bell, and I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching, bye for now.